Greetings ladies and gentlemen, I am back, and because my YouTube career revolves around dungeons, I decided to record a single run of dungeons, and regardless of the outcome, the run that I record will be used for the video. Quick disclaimer, I was playing terrible, and if you're hoping to learn a thing or two from watching a former top player play dungeons, then please do not be disappointed as I was playing absolutely horrible. Anyways, with that disclaimer out of the way, let's get on with the video. Real quick before the video begins, a quick shout out to Snakeqxxxz #001 for becoming a member of the channel. Thank you so much for becoming a channel member, and his message to you guys is, "Hello YT, give agent like money, pick or pog." So a viewer has requested that I share the loadout that I used for the dungeon run itself, so here it is. I am running two sets of armor, Ancient Storm for the dungeon clear and Ancient Necron for the boss fight. Basically I run a mage setup for the dungeon clear and an archer setup for the boss fight, and just to clarify, I run as an archer class. This setup works with any other class as well, but you will benefit the most from being an archer class. I have 5 bone ranks that is maxed out, but not fully maxed. A Flower of Truth for lifesteal, Word of Valkyrie for the dungeon clear, and if you're wondering why Valkyrie, it's because I do not need the extra intelligence for my Hyperion for dungeons, and because I can use the Valkyrie as a left click weapon outside of dungeons for slayers or other stuff. And I know the meta right now is the sword swap with Emerald Blade or one for all giant sword, but I can't be bothered to sword swap, and because I do not have the coins for an Emerald Blade, nor do I have the coins to afford a giant sword. Well, I have a Stomp Pickaxe to cheese secrets, Spirit Boots for trap room, Bonzo Mask in case I need it, and any random bow for blaze and creeper beam puzzle. I run Black Cat for the dungeon clear mainly because I do not need the extra DPS that I would benefit from a drag pet or a sheep pet, and I do not need the extra effective health from a whale or baby yeti to survive. I only need more speed, which is what the Black Cat is for, and my Black Cat has a Dwarf Turtle Shellmet equipped to prevent knockback so I can clear secrets much faster. Now with that out of the way, I don't really have much to talk about regarding the run itself, so I'll talk about where I've been and what I've been up to, where I've been inactive on both YouTube and Minecraft for the past month. If I will be honest with you guys, I never planned to take a break, and definitely not a long break such as this one. So this is what happened. There was a period where I was hanging out with my IRL friends a lot, and I would often have to pick between staying home to work on a new video or hang out with them, and I decided to hang out with them. So there was a point in time where the only thing I did was eat, sleep, use the toilet, and grind Skyblock. If you're wondering when this period was, it was between March 2020 till December 2020. I became unemployed due to the pandemic on March, and that was when I started actively grinding Skyblock. Prior to the pandemic, I worked as a tour guide at a local company. I joined the company a year after I graduated high school. I graduated high school at the age of 17, which is the age that Malaysians graduate from high school. I graduated in 2017 and became a tour guide on May 1st, 2018. I started getting into Skyblock at around December 2019 because I got bored of CSGO and Rainbow Six Siege. I only wanted to play a little bit of Skyblock because I missed Skyblock, and I looked up some Skyblock servers. Hypixel was ranked first in all of the different websites that I found, and I gave it a shot and loved it a lot because of their unique take to the game mode. But if you were to take a look at my Skycrypt, it'll show that I joined Skyblock on May 17, 2020 instead of December 2019. So why is that the case? If you were to investigate a little bit by checking out NameMC.com, which is a website to check a user's previous usernames, you will notice that there's 2 different accounts with the name Agent Lai. The reason for that is because the account that I'm currently on is my friend's account that I bought for her. So what happened to my main account, you might ask? Well, I got banned for illegally IRL trading on my main profile. I did not sell coins, but I bought them. I started by buying a set of superior armor because I sold mine that I grinded for 50 mil Midas, and I wanted a set of superior armor. After buying that set and seeing how easy it was to get the best items in the game with IRL currency, I got addicted to IRL trading and I kept going. But eventually I got caught in the second big ban wave, and I got banned for 90 days and had my profile wiped. I wasted around $200 IRL dollars, but I thought of the $200 as a lesson, and well, I guess I did have fun while I was IRL trading. So I mean, the whole point of life is to have fun. If you're not having fun, what's the point in life? So I guess I didn't really mind. And when that happened, when I got banned, I decided to give up Skyblock and try to do other stuff. But because I was still super addicted to Skyblock, I wanted to get back into the game at all costs. So I asked my friend for the Minecraft account that I bought for her, since she doesn't play in Hypixel anyways and she rarely plays Minecraft. So I decided to work on that new profile, which happens to be the profile that I'm on right now. I played a lot when I got into this profile. I had friends on my main profile and one of them PT'd me and asked me if I would like to join this co-op, which is what I ended up doing. Keep in mind, I didn't tell any of my friends that I illegally IRL traded and told them that it was a false ban for at least 2 months. I knew that if I told them that I illegally IRL traded, they would lose all respect for me, which is something that I didn't want to happen. I eventually told them the truth, but that was after I grinded my way to late or endgame. So 1 hour into this profile, I already had all the fairy souls, and 3 hours later, I already had most of the easy level skills at level 20. After 4 days of starting this profile, I had a 50 mil Midas, which is deemed to be the best sword in the game, only second to the Emerald Blade. And 4 days after I've gotten the 50 mil Midas sword, I got a set of superior dragon armor, which was also considered the best set in the game. Best for damage would definitely be Elegant Tux, but let's not talk about that. So some of you might wonder how I made all my money and how I was able to afford a set of superior and 50 mil Midas, which were both worth 60 mil each at that time. Well, I earned all my money from leeching dragons and grinding zealots for 14 to 16 hours a day. And I'm not over exaggerating the 14 to 16 hours a day part. I actually grinded that much every day for a whole month. Actually, not for a whole month, for about 6 months or so. I've been grinding 14 to 16 hours a day with nothing else to do. Well, I bought MVP++ on this account. And since I had MVP++, I would always have this command open. This command is called /streamopen10. And if you don't know what that does, it allows players to do /p join agent live to join my party. I would have that command open and have a message copied that says Superior Dragon /p join agent live, and if possible please give me some money for warping you in. I will warp my guild members into superior lobbies. I will make a little bit of extra coins whenever I did this, and while we're on the topic of Zealot Grinding, I still remember loving spooky events because I would almost always get a close to empty private end lobby to grind in. And if you're wondering what I used to grind zealots, I would use a set of young dragon armor along with god potions. Any old sword, I would highly recommend Raider's Axe or any weapon that gives you extra coins on kill, but I didn't use any of that because I love seeing the damage that I deal with my 50 mil Midas. I grinded with a legendary tiger pet because I wanted to level it up, and that was my primary pet for damage. I also got quite lucky with this account since I got 2 tier boost cores during the time I was grinding zealots. The first time I got it, it was in a private end lobby with my co-op, and I was so happy when I got it. I think that tier boost core sold for about 70 mil or so. I don't really remember the price, but it was more or less around that price range. The second one that I got was around about a week after I got my first tier boost core. A month into the game, I had almost all talismans, a 50 mil Midas, a set of superior, and quite a few stuff. If you're interested, I'll be leaving screenshots of my progress a month into the game. I took screenshots and I just looked over them just now, but it doesn't seem as impressive as I remembered them to be. But the screenshots will be at the end of the video, or this timestamp on screen right now. As for those of you that want to immediately see the screenshots, I went ahead and left the timestamp back to this point of the video at the end of the screenshots, just in case you really want to see the screenshots immediately and come back afterwards. Anyways, I admitted to my mistake with my first account, and yes, I did ban evade, but since that was a nobody really cared. I know some of you guys will probably lose respect for me knowing my past, but all I have to say is that I'm sorry if I've disappointed you, but I would rather let you guys know the truth than to hide it. And in no way was I ever hiding it, I just never figured that it was necessary to include this kind of information. I did mention it once or twice on my streams, but well, now that's in the official video, here you go. And please keep in mind, everything that I have right now, I worked for legitimately without using any methods that are deemed illegal. Though, to be honest with you guys, I did receive contraband after the little hacking incident to get back about 60 to 80% of my stuff that I used to have, but let's not go there. I've been rambling on for quite a while, and I'm going super off topic, so let's get back to the topic at hand. The important thing is, I can count on one hand the amount of times I've went out during March to December 2020, and all I've ever done was Skyblock. I did not even keep in touch with any of my close friends, but since I have a fairly small circle of friends being the ambivert that I am, I prefer keeping a super small circle of friends that I only hang out with, and since we're all super close, regardless of how long we haven't hung out, we are still really great friends. And I just found it harder and harder to get back to working on a new video since that takes a lot of time out of my hands, and I wasn't motivated enough to make new content. After the month-long break that I took without informing you guys, I am finally back, and I'll be working on new videos as often as I can whilst maintaining a proper social life. Also, if you notice, my thumbnails have a completely different style and design compared to the old thumbnails that I normally use. And that's because I terminated the contract that I had with my old thumbnail maker and got a new graphics designer. This guy is the person in charge of making my YouTube thumbnails for me right now, and I would like to give him a quick shout out for helping me out with my thumbnails. I will also be leaving his Discord tag in the description and the pinned comment as thanks. And if you'd like anything graphics made, feel free to contact him and you guys can talk out the things that you like him to make as well as the payment. But let's get back to the run. Well, it was a super slow run compared to the old 8 to 9 minute runs that I used to get solo. I am washed up and super rusty. But at the very least, I managed to complete this run without dying. And if you're still here for the screenshots, here they are. Go ahead and take a look and feel free to pause the video if it likes you. Keep in mind I took these screenshots on my phone on Skylia because Skycrypt wasn't made yet. If you would like to go back to the point of the video that I mentioned earlier, the screenshot is on screen right now, and thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all later. Peace out.